Now on Friday Night Lights, a heavyweight battle in the Black Hole, how the mighty Tigers would fare on the road with Cibola.
Plus, we crossed the Telegraph Pass at Antelope Rams. They look to ram the Criminals out of town and start 2-0 for the first time since 2018.
And back-to-back state title losses opens a brand new chapter for the Shamrocks at Yuma Catholic. We're turning on the engine. Friday Night Lights starts right now.
Your opportunity. Be available.
And we are available. Welcome in to another edition of Friday Night Lights. I'm Scott Gross. We're so excited to have you hit the gridiron with us.
And I'm Cole Johnson. We enter week 3 of action in the Desert Southwest, and this time bringing more and more teams into the mix to kick off their 2022 season. And our marquee matchup of the night featuring the Cibola Raiders in black and gold, welcoming in the Imperial Tigers for their home opener.
And our own Luis Lopez was at Raider Field to bring us the highlights. Luis.
Yeah, guys, both of these teams earned 6 wins last season and aiming for repeat winning seasons to take them into the postseason. So let's get right into it. To Raider Field at Cibola High School, we go for this week's marquee, excuse me for some of the technical difficulties there, but this week's marquee matchup. Always fun to watch the Valley and the Yuma area go at it. This game, the first for Cibola with head coach Casey Keplin. We begin in the first quarter. First drive of the game here, Cibola tries a run, but this ball is fumbled and recovered by Tiger linebacker Julian Jimenez. Tigers take over near the Cibola 20. So now, Imperial trying to take advantage of the turnover. Quarterback Christian Tiernan keeps it. But how about Cibola Jr. Yassine Benoit with the strip fumble and recovery? He picks it up, and it looks like he's going all the way to the end zone, but a flag downfield negates the touchdown. So Raiders maintain possession, but no score for Cibola. So Raiders offense back with it, and on the snap, check out what happens here. In just a little bit. Oh no, it is a fumble, and this time recovered by Imperial sophomore Max Alvarez. Any momentum gained by the Raiders just sucked away after this play. Tigers would punt on the next possession, but after another fumble from Cibola, Imperial gets set up right in the red zone. They hand it off to freshman Rashad Robinson, who bounces toward the sideline and in the end zone. Imperial takes a 7-0 lead after the extra point, and the Tigers would run away with this one, winning 43-0. Tigers start 2-0 for the first time since 2018.
All right, thank you, Luis. And now to our other Yuma Power entering a new chapter, the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks and coach Rhett Stallworth welcoming in Benjamin Franklin. The Chargers into Ricky Gwynn Stadium. We're ready to go on the Rocks' first drive. It's Richard Stallworth making his first pass of the season. And simple turns seismic. The dump off to Jarek Marquez, and Marquez turns and sees a lot of green in front. Jets it up the sideline, stepping out at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Couple plays later, Stallworth rolls out to his left. He's going to find Dion Quintana to keep the train moving on this opening drive for the Shamrocks. And then just 2 plays later, it's going to be Stallworth calling his own number 4, takes the QB draw, bulldozes his way in for the score. YC taking the 7-0 lead after the extra point. After each team trades some punts, Chargers with the ball, but a mishandle here. We have a fumble that keeps bouncing and bouncing downfield, but it's Jackson Jones who comes away for the turnover. Yuma Catholic gets the ball back. Now into the second quarter we go. Stallworth dumping it off. Look at that grab. The one-handed squeeze by Marquez. He's having a good night early on. And that takes it to the Chargers inside their 5-yard lane. 2 plays later, Stallworth to the far sideline. Logan Rush, welcome. He's in for the score. Extra point good. YC takes the 14-0 lead with 5 minutes left to go in the first half, and they go on a roll at home, 42-8 to start 1-0.
At Antelope, Yuma is there, and also a familiar face, Coach Alfonso Brown invited by head coach Doug South. 7:20 remaining on the clock, 4th and 5 in the 30-yard line, and Reggie Antone throws a 30-yard pass to senior Giovanni Robinson for the touchdown. Antelope ball on the first possession, second drive. Abraham Morendo throws a deep pass, but gets intercepted by Manuel Garcia, and he goes for broke. The Yuma Crims get the ball back. Let's go back on offense. 3rd and 10, quarterback Reggie Antone. He's just not going to find anybody open. He's just going to leave the pocket, and he's going to go for the run. Breaks the first tackle and gets stopped by the next tackle for an 18-yard first down run. Now, on the very next drive, 1st and 10, Antone hands it to Jesus Villaputa. Chewy finds the opening down the middle, jukes to the left, down to the sideline for a second touchdown for the Criminals. Yeah, they would roll in this one, dominating the Rams. 48-0. Criminals win, and they break that 0-2 losing streak. Now, don't go anywhere. We have more after our water break.
But we'll stay in Yuma with the Kofa Kings beginning another new era, and we visit Sparty Nation as well as they're in quest of a perfect 3-0 start. We'll be right back.
The time to save is now during Houston's Yuma Furniture's Labor Day sale. Fresh looks, fantastic savings, up to 50% off our huge selection of beautiful furniture and comfortable mattresses. Recliners $299, sofas $399. Save on the biggest in-stock selection of Lazy Boy furniture, America's best mattress brands, plus fast delivery and 60-month special financing. Remember, savings like these don't happen every day. Don't miss the biggest sale of the season, the Labor Day sale, on now at Houston's Yuma Furniture.
You might already know that Prop 27 taxes and regulates online sports betting to fund real solutions to the homelessness crisis. So how will that new revenue be spent? New housing units in all 58 counties, including permanent supportive housing, tiny homes communities, Project Roomkey supportive hotel units, and intensive mental health and addiction treatment. In short, 27 means getting people off the streets and into housing. Yes on 27.
Summer is here, and the time to drive away in a new Hyundai has never been better. Visit Imperial Valley Hyundai today. Come in and check out Imperial Valley's premier Hyundai deal for your vehicle service or your new ride. Come test out some of Hyundai's most exciting models, including the all-new Hyundai Santa Cruz. Feel confident with America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and owner's assurance when you drive a new Hyundai. Great selection, great service, great prices, and great people who care about you. Serving South and Central California. Experience the difference at Imperial Valley Hyundai. Visit ivyhyundai.com.
The new Miracle Blade World Class 2012 Professional Series is the best set of knives you'll ever own. The spectacular World Class 2012 Series, over a $300 value for just $39.95. But we're just getting started. We'll send you a complete second set of Miracle Blades for free. That's right, another entire set, a $300 value for free. Just pay shipping and processing. And we're still not done. If you're one of the first 500 callers, we'll send you 2 additional Miracle Blade World Class Slicers. That's an additional $80 value, totally free. Miracle Blade World Class is also guaranteed for life. We'll replace any damaged knife at any time for any reason for free forever. Over $600 worth of knives for just one payment of $39.95. Don't miss this opportunity. Call right now or just log on to miracleblade.com.
Sports, weeknights at 10 p.m. Sponsored only by Papa San Rice Bowl.
I'm Skylar Cook with the Central Spartans, and you're watching Friday Night Lights.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been a wild summer for the Kofa Kings football program.
Yeah, in mid-April, they named longtime Gila Ridge assistant coach Alfonso Brown as their new head coach. Then just a week before the season, he was let go due to personnel reasons.
Yeah, personnel, not personal. The Kings entered tonight's season and home opener without a true head coach, but a recommendation in Pablo Cota. We'll know if he gets the stamp of approval from the YUHSD governing board in a couple weeks. To Irv Palak Field, unlocking a new season with Wally Grant and the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets in town against the Kofa Kings, who are jacked up to start. And there's Pablo Cota with the Kofa coaching staff. Jackets with the opening possession, Marcus Macon with a nice first down run in front of his own bench for a first down again. Muscling his way through. Moments later, 1st and goal from the Kofa 9, and Mackin finishes the job. Extra point is good, 7-0 Jackets at that point. Kofa now on offense, 3rd and 12, and sophomore quarterback Alex Garcia shows his athleticism. A gain of 9, but the Kings are forced to punt on 4th and 3. Jackets on offense again from their own 46, and more of the same. This time the jailbreak to the left. Junior Emmanuel Ramirez is loose, and he delivers a blow before being tackled out of bounds. A gain of 19 later on 1st and goal. Yeah, More of the same again. The Big Fellas lead the way for Ramirez, untouched for the score. Extra point is good, 14-0 Jackets. It would not be Copa's night as they fall in this one. We're still waiting for the final score, but we do know they did fall, and their losing streak is now extended to 36 games. Now, we head west on I-8 to El Centro, where the Gila Ridge Hawks soared into the Eagle Field in the Battle of the Birds with the Eagles of Southwest.
Yeah, it's the season opener for the Hawks, who look to get off on the right foot in the second season under head coach Jessica Slaughter, while the Eagles look for win number 1 after a tough 0-2 start.
Vanessa Gongora was there and shares the highlights. Welcome, Vanessa.
Hey guys, both teams are eager to swoop into the win column for the first time this year. To Eagle Field we go, where the Southwest Eagles will face the Gila Ridge Hawks. Battle of the Birds. Here they come out. Here's the Eagles and the Hawks. Battle of the Birds. So with 8 minutes left in the first quarter, second down for the Hawks. Ball on the 17. Steven Navas pitches it to Jacob Arcides, who carries it. And we got a fumble. And Southwest Aiden Salazar will recover the ball. With about 5 minutes left in the first quarter, third down, Eagles Logan Youngers swinging out of the pocket and throws a spiral to Dylan Galacia, but just goes over his head and incomplete. Now go second quarter, Hawks fourth down on the 4-yard line, and Michael Galaz will make his way into the end zone to put them on the board first, 7-0. And later in the game, in the third, with 8 minutes left, Youngers throws a cannon to Matthew Cardona for a 29-yard touchdown, now 14-7. Hawks will be on the drive again in the third with about 5 minutes on the clock, and here comes Michael Galaz once again in the end zone. The extra point is good, and the Hawks are up 21-7, and they go on to defeat the Eagles 41-7 in their first game.
All right, now staying in El Centro, it's now the Central Spartans eyeing a commanding 3-0 start to the year, hosting the Aztecs of Palm Desert. Spartans with the ball first. Damian Rodriguez in the shotgun flips it out in the flat to Sergio Garcia, but he gets swallowed up for just a short gain. Very next play, it's a handoff to the man Charlie Sullivan. Couple of breakout weeks. He gets outside, but he gets undercut and the ball squirts out. Aztecs Bryce Bolton scoops it up and gets the ball back to the Aztecs offense. First play for Palm Desert. Quarterback Brady Clemmer launching it deep, and he finds Cameron Tice all the way down to the central 2-yard line, setting them up first and goal. 2 plays later, Clemmer hitting Tice again. Oh, right in your living room, stretching the ball over the pylon for the game's first touchdown. Extra point would be no good, and the Aztecs take a 6-0 lead. But in the end, this contest would go to overtime, and it would be the Aztecs coming in on the road with a 28-26 overtime win, the first loss of the year for Central.
And we're calling a timeout, but there's still plenty more to get to.
Some Thursday night action featured the Hornets of Calipatria and the Brawley Wildcats trying to lick their wounds from a Week 2 loss. Stick with us.
For the rest of the world, we're a very unique gem, and they really enjoy coming down here to film. So
Imperial Valley.
They had begun filming in Korea, the beginning of the shoot, and so they ended it in El Centro.
Home to a budding film industry.
We premiered at the Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
From where American Sniper was filmed in El Centro.
Why the industry continues to increase projects in our backyard. Local Films, Thursday, September 8th at 5 and 10 p.m.
Hello everyone and happy Friday. I'm Chelsea Burrows. Monday on Sunrise, COVID-19 vaccines has helped to cut down the number of deaths around the world. But will this death rate increase this fall? Plus, reports on sexual assault in the military are up 13%. What will officials do to curb this rate? For these stories or more, please join us Monday on Sunrise.
Take an adventure with the Arizona Lottery. Explore wild and wonderful state parks all across Arizona. Whether you're here or there, the more you adventure, the more you could win. With $1 million in cash and travel prizes, start your Arizona adventure today at azadventure.com.
Summer is here, and the time to drive away in a new Honda has never been better. Visit Imperial Valley Honda today. Come in and check out Imperial Valley's premier Honda dealer for your vehicle service or your new ride. Browse one of the county's biggest inventories and choose from over 300 new vehicles. Great selection, great service, great prices, and great people who care about you. Serving South and Central California. Experience the difference at Imperial Valley Honda. Visit ivhonda.com.
When you need understanding to stay informed about our world, about Yuma and the Imperial Valley, there's one source where news comes first. With more journalists in the field,
organizers are registering people to vote at these protests
and long-term water projects in Arizona's 2023 budget.
More coverage. With News 11, you're covered, you're informed. Your news source for 24/7 news on KYMA.com and the News 11 app.
To Warren Field for the... Sorry, ladies. To Warren Field for the Thursday night tilt between the University City Centurions and head coach John Self's Brawley Wildcats. Now, with under 8 minutes left to play in the first half, Cats down 20-6. Ethan Gutierrez will roll to his right and just decides to run. Gutierrez is loose, sweeping through defenders, racing near the goal line, and forced out of bounds at the 3-yard line, a run of 63 yards. Moments later, senior Tanner Carranza will finish the job power right. The 3-yard touchdown run, extra point is good. Cats down 20-13. University City responds, though, and check out the moves from sophomore running back Samuel Harris, who finishes an angry stiff arm, an incredible run. Centurions will score with just a minute left. Right behind quarterback Samuel Cooper's plunge. Guess what? He's going to play for UNLV next year as a linebacker. 27-13 bad guys. Wildcats with another chance before the half. Gutierrez rolls to his left. Finds senior Daniel Camillo. Yeah, there he is. Center of the field. Camillo twisted down near the Centurion 30-yard line with under a minute and a half. Later in the second, it'll be second 27 from the 43. Gutierrez again back to pass. He'll run. Take it down. Watch the moves. Whoop! Right there. Down inside the 10-yard line to the 7 with 17 seconds left. Again, it's Carranza with the call. 7-yard score just before the clock expires. Cats down 7 at the half, but University proves to be too much in the second half. Cats fall 55-27. To Veterans Field in Calipatria at Army-Navy Academy in town on Thursday for head coach Benny Carter-Martin and the Hornets home opener.
Hornets a 3. 1, 2, 3, Hornets!
On the opening kickoff, senior Andrew Sepulveda on the boot, and it's going to be Sepulveda with the big hit and the tackle. The senior came to play. Warriors cap off a long opening drive with a short run by Jonah Tua. 2-point try, no good. 6-0 Warriors after a Hornet 3-0. More defense. Warriors on the swing pass, and watch the Hornets swarm with Juan Perez and Abraham Barros knocking the ball loose. Warriors would get the ball back. On the very next play, it's the Hornets' Jordan Potter with a great read and nearly picked off. No, it's going to be tipped into Nehemiah Brunson for the first down. Hornets play tough early, 6-0 after 1, but the Warriors proved to be too much and roll 57-0. Now we're out-of-town scoreboard, Luis.
Yeah, in case you missed any of your scores, we have you covered. Vincent Memorial winning against El Cajon 35-21. I believe Calexico won that game, unsure of the final score, but they did win against Mexicali. University City being too much for Brawley 55-27. And as you just mentioned, Scott, Army-Navy with a big 57-0 win over Calipatria.
Now let's get to our helmet props right now. First of all, I'm going to go first. Mine's going to go to the Yuma Criminals. And Chewy Velapuda. Yes, he ran for over 130 yards again in the Yuma Criminals win. Cole,
I'm keeping in Yuma Catholic with a big win in their first game of the year, doing it in blowout fashion with that high-powered offense.
Luis.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to have to go with the Imperial Tigers defense. Surrendered only a field goal last week, pitching a shutout this week against Cipolla. That Tiger D looking immaculate right now. Vanessa, who you got?
Guys, this week I'm going with Jessica Slaughter and the Gila Ridge Hawks after a rough finish to last season.
Thank you so much for watching.